direction. I will be back here. I will be back with another.
Yeah, we'll lick our wounds. We'll get over this. We'll be fired up for next year.
Garoppolo has time, stands in, going deep, going for it all, and it's caught for the touchdown! On 4th down, Deebo Samuel for 6. Garoppolo's got all day. He's going to launch it deep down the field, going for it all, and getting it! Emmanuel Sanders, not touched, still on his feet, inside the 10, and he scores! 75-yard bomb from Jimmy Garoppolo to Emmanuel Sanders. Wilson, pressure off the edge, releases it, and it is intercepted by Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw now on the return as he's still on his feet with blockers in front. Dre Greenlaw down the sideline. Can you believe this?
Looks like football, baby.
Pass is caught. Kittle breaks one tackle. Another. Wow, what a touchdown for George Kittle. Goff throws and it's intercepted. It's picked off by Warner. Fred Warner for the touchdown. Jeff Wilson has come in at running back. Garoppolo's throw is caught by Jeff Wilson. He's going to score a touchdown for the 49ers. And the pass is going to be picked off by Bosa. Nick Bosa. Can't bring him down till he gets to the 8-yard line. Wow.
Now Evans in the slot. Winston picked off. It is Richard Sherman, who did not have an interception last year, and he returns it all the way for a 49ers touchdown, 32-yard.
Garoppolo fires. It is caught. Still on his feet is Kittle with a big play. And the stiff arm. George Kittle. Flags fly. He's down to the 30. What a run by George Kittle. Taking on everybody.
I'm a pumpy cut forever.
Feels great, baby.
Motherfuckers. It is that time of the week where we come together and we steer you in the absolute wrong direction for making bets based on spreads of NFL games. Here we are, the gold-blooded professionals. This year, we finished the regular season at a phenomenal 19-31. I lost.
If you bet against us, you would have won 12 more times.
Right. So there's always there's always a fucking silver lining there. And we always give you there's always a way to make money with us. It's just, are you with us or against us? I lost. I took the Saints. I don't know what
I believe all three of us picked teams laying points and lost on the field.
Phenomenal. I guess, so that was the Packers, Cowboys, and Saints all lost on the field. Phenomenal. I went 6-12. Bob went 8-10. And Kern went 5-9. So, Bob, congratulations.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be picking games in the playoffs.
You're a champion. All right. Here we are. Home game, playoffs.
Playoffs?
You win this one, you get another home game, but we're going to play 1-week seasons, as Shanahan said it this week. Here's what makes me happy about this game. In years past, I would be a little more nervous because NFC West games used to be such physical affairs, like guaranteed injury affairs. You know what I mean? Like guaranteed Navarro Bowman dying on the field type of shit. I just don't feel like Seattle wants...
Yeah, don't say that out loud.
What?
Don't say that out loud.
What?
You're going to jinx the injuries.
No, I'm speaking to the physicality of the game. Yes. I think Seattle is at a point where they don't even they realize they are outclassed and out physicaled, however you say that, out wrestled, I don't know, by the Niners. I think they know they can't fucking hang.
The Debo we saw in the playoffs last year is going to hurt someone.
Yeah, like I expect to see like Seahawk players get injured, getting run, like trying to make tackles. I see like an interception and like Geno Smith getting a cleat to his chest. By the way, which should be legal. When that guy did that a few years ago from Pittsburgh, remember that? Mm-hmm. When he jumped up and kicked the guy in the chest? That should be 100% legal. Why not?
Well,
get the fuck out of my way. Make the tackle, cunt.
We are the first game of the weekend.
I know. Brecken Wilton, my friend Brecken, expressed sad. He felt like slighted. Like, hey, well, who are they to throw us? That's like the worst game of the week.
That is the worst slot.
I think it's great. Let's get it over with quick. Let everybody know what they got. Plus, we can get to resting quicker.
Yeah.
But
that's fair.
Any idea, Bob, when we would play? There's no idea when we'll play because they just picked this shit at random, right?
Yeah, I think they want to put more important games on better times, so.
That sucks.
Depends on who we're playing, probably. And we could be playing just about anyone, too. We know we're not going to be playing. If we win in Seattle, we will not be playing the Eagles.
Well, Seattle's at home, but yes.
What are you talking about? Seattle's at home.
You said win.
I mean, if we win against Seattle.
Right, yeah.
We will not be playing the Eagles. If the Giants beat Minnesota, they'll play...
Giants will play the Eagles.
And we would play the winner of Dallas-Tampa.
Correct.
If Minnesota wins, we get them. So we could have Minnesota, Dallas, or Tampa.
Correct.
And we won't know. We'll know the first part Sunday at 4:30, that game. And then if Minnesota wins, we know the answer. If the Giants win, we won't know who we're playing until Monday night.
Yeah, right.
Kind of whack.
Yeah, agreed.
So we got 2 days before we can even start planning for the team.
Well, the coaches would, if it's going to be Minnesota, or I'm sorry, if it's going to be Dallas or Tampa, they would start preparing for both. Yeah, the coaches.
I guess,
which
is bullshit.
Agreed. We didn't play. Oh, we played Tampa this year, so we do have a leg up there in the sense that we know who they are.
And Dallas last year.
Yeah. I'm not scared. I'm not even scared of the Eagles. But again, I know when they get cooking, they can do a lot of things. But I am excited to watch playoff football. I'm hoping. Could you click to me the divisional round there? I'm hoping the Saturday there that the Niners have the night game.
Oh, I want Sunday. I hate fucking Saturday. It fucks my whole schedule up. Fucks my whole world up.
Well, my theory is I have my nephew that day, and I would like to watch that game with him. But then in the same sense, I think I just want to smoke drugs the entire time, so I can't do both.
I'm sure my schedule is completely full on the 21st.
If it's not, you should.
Yeah, of course it is. So, we'll see what happens.
How do you know you're full from here, though?
Because the schedule is full. I can see full.
Oh, but how long does 6 o'clock go to?
10? I don't know.
Well,
late enough.
All right. If you want me to kill one of those people, I will. All right, Bob. Let's see what Curran sent us, and then we'll know what we're going to do here.
We're not doing picks. We're just doing...
Oh, he gave me a pick.
Yeah, well, we're not doing it.
All right, Curran, we're not doing the picks.
What do you pick?
You picked Dallas.
Okay. On the road laying points against the greatest.
He did.
Okay.
He did. Wild man. All right.
What did he give you for a score? Oh, you want to go keys to victory?
Yeah. We're gonna go keys to victory. All right. So let's shift directions here, Bob. Saturday, 4:30. Seattle comes to town.
Okay.
Are you working this Saturday?
I'm moving stuff around.
Okay. Is there anything I can help with?
Nope.
Okay. You think you'll be able to watch?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to be fired the fuck up. I'm going to be on the couch. I'm going to be ripping the rig. If any of my friends from faraway places would like to FaceTime, we could do that. That'd be weird. Any of my Niner friends? Because I don't have any real-time friends. I'm excited. I think it is going to be... The key to victory here is to let Brock cook. Let Brock play his game. Do a little scramble. Give Seattle a taste of what Russell Wilson gave us for so long. You know what I mean? It's almost that same size human. You know what I mean? Let him be elusive. Step out of a sack you think he's got to throw a fucking dime 35 yards down the field. D'Amico Ryans, let the fucking cook up the fucking, whatever the fuck you call it, blitz packages. Make Geno Smith feel like he's back in fucking New York. Ruin his time. Just ruin Geno Smith's season. Injure him. I don't give a fuck. You want the score to this game?
Sure.
You ready for it?
I'm born ready.
31-16. Book it.
All right. What'd Kirk give you? The BBC.
Wow. 28-16. That cunt. He undercut me. Thinking, pondering. Lot to think, lot to consider.
38.
38.
6.
6. 2 field goals, he says, for these twatties.
Crush them.
Twatties.
I want it over early so I don't have to stress about it.
What's the key? Well, that ain't going to happen. What's the key to victory?
The key to victory is asserting our dominance. The San Francisco football 49ers are clearly the alpha in this relationship. We've shown that throughout the season.
I agree.
We've swept the NFC West throughout the entire season.
Yes, sir.
We need to show up. We need to step on their fucking toes. We need to take their fucking lunch money, put their head in a fucking toilet and flush it, and send them home fucking packing like they fucking deserve. The team is trash and doesn't deserve to be in the fucking playoffs to begin with, and we need to let them know that. Very quickly, very early, send them fucking packing.
I love it. I think
they barely beat the fucking Rams
right
in overtime
at home, right?
To get at home in overtime.
Yeah.
To get into this fucking playoff field. Get the fuck out of here.
I think this game you want to put the rest of the NFC on fucking notice.
Yeah, you want to run the score up. You want to fucking dominate. Let's go.
You want
people shaking in their goddamn boots.
You want to be physical on both sides of the ball. This is what we do. That's who we are. And we are going to
smash them in their dick holes.
Colossal cocks out. Drag them clear across their face.
Smash them right in their fucking dick hole.
Pete Carroll, what haven't I said about you in the past 10 seasons here? I stand by all of it. All the fucking allegedlys.
Whatever the worst thing I've ever said, it's times 10.
Times 10.
Go fuck yourself.
Die, motherfucker. I don't know if you saw, Bob, this week I posted a still on Instagram of a man with a maxi pad taped to his head.
Sure did.
You know who that man is?
Sure don't.
I'm going to tell everybody a story right now. In the 90s in Connecticut, in Bridgeport, Connecticut, back when cable, like public access, there was public television channels, they would, if you were willing to take the right avenues, you can get a 30-minute spot on public access where you got to get somebody that has the ability to operate the camera. They have the camera. You go there and you have a show about whatever the fuck. Well, a black gentleman by the name of Jerry Jer did the proper paperwork. And he went on air as Jerry Jer, a.k.a. the Tampon Man. And he would put a maxi pad with like red food dye in it, taped to his head. He had a nose piercing that ran from his nose to his earring. And he had a chain that kind of... And he would do a top 10 die list every week. And he would just be like, Top 10 die list. Oprah, die, you fat bitch. Die, Oprah, die. Ah, number 10, die, Oprah. Number 9. I don't know. Jerry Donahue, die, you white cocksucker, die. YouTube Jerry Jer, the tampon man, and I promise you, you will not be let down. He also had a song. Mental retards are good for nothing except for sucking, and that is everything. It was something along those lines, and he would fucking... Oh, it was so good. And like my father would watch this every week and just piss his pants laughing. It was good. I was like fucking 13.
That's like YouTube before there was YouTube.
It was. I mean, you gotta watch it. It's fucking unbelievable. And the fact that it was on locally and and then he would come to, so when my high school would play its inner city game, like against the other high school in town, he would come.
It comes up as soon as you type in Jerry Jarrett.
Yeah, fuck tampon man. There you go. Yes. So he would come to the high school football games when they would, like, when my high school would play the Stratford High School. He would come in a limo and he'd have 2 white girls on his arm, and he was like a terrible, like,
Jesus
local
Christ.
celebrity. But yeah, he got in a lot of trouble. He was in court all the time.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Oh, the Loan Shark was another one. I was on that show. I weaseled my way on, of course. Like, as a 13, 14-year-old kid. Not to Jerry Jer, but there was another guy. His name was Jim Sharkey. And he did, like, a hockey wrestling themed, like, nerdy show. And I made it on as a weekly segment. A clip of me was a weekly segment. I was in a very racially motivated costume. And I was dancing. And like every week before they would read emails or whatever the fuck, they would cut to a clip of me dancing in an Asian man, like a very racist, like Asian mask. I don't even know how it flew. It was definitely from the 80s. Wild times. What's that?
Jim Sharkey had on Danny Williams.
Oh, no shit.
When were you on? You know the year?
It would have been... I was the dancing blueberry, they called me. I just saw Hatebreed in there somewhere. No, Half-Breed, I'm sorry. Yeah, man, it was a wild thing in Connecticut, I must say.
Dancing Blueberry, huh?
The public access, yeah. It was 97. 97.
Of course, there's a gap in here.
Or somewhere around there. 95, 96, 97, something like that. It wasn't 2000, I'll tell you that. I was in high school when it happened. Jim Sharkey, the Loan Shark. I don't think you'll find it. That is a fucking random.
I thought it came up right away. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, they call me the Dancing Blueberry. It was good times. I don't know why. And I was in a blue shirt, apparently. All right.
Good for you.
You ready to read it? Good for me. Good for you. You ready?
You want to do this first?
Yeah, I do. Yo, motherfuckers, check out our fucking sponsor, LuckyRoseTattoo.BigCartel.com. However it is that you are listening to us, podcast app, Podbean, Spotify, YouTube, AM, FM, Pirate Radio, whatever it is. Go to their fucking website, leave a review. If you are of the wealthier nature, go to Patreon, www.patreon, Gold-Blooded Podcast. Give us some money, please. You hear my hardships. Email us, you fucks. We got some emails this week, but I'd expect better from all of you, quite frankly. I'm disappointed. Though I have a feeling these fucks might be in for a real treat this week that they don't even deserve. Goldbloodedpodcast@gmail.com. Instagram, motherfucker. One word, Gold-Blooded Podcast. So, check us out over there. Yeah. We're going to read some emails now. Are you ready for this, Bob?
Oh, I'm ready.
I think you know which one we're going to save for last. You do? I do. All right, the first one. I was very happy to read this email. Mark Harrison was a man we spoke to a long time ago. He's been listening for a long time, Bob.
Okay.
He said, yes, gold-blooded motherfuckers. Hey there, puppy cunts. Hope y'all well. Greetings from England. Long-time listener. Since 14. but only second-time emailer. I'm back. I've taken pity on you not getting many emails, so I thought I'd add my 10 pence worth this week. Look at that. Jimmy B, this guy's talking your language, you fucks. Well, Joey, you predicted it. We did win out the regular season. You've said some crazy shit over the years, but it turns out this wasn't a crazy comment at all. Seemed it at the time. I thought there may have been a hiccup somewhere along the way, but Niners took the rest of the regular season to the house. You the man, Joey. So now the season of destiny takes its next step into the playoffs. Like, who the fuck is really going to stop us at this point? I'm struggling to figure it out. No team in the NFC for sure, but I'd say the Chiefs are the only team left to worry about. But let's not jump the gun, eh? And take this tournament one game at a time. We've a game against the fucking Seahawks next week. We've got...
She-Hawks.
Oh, She-Hawks. Sorry. Next, we're going to put their season to rest for sure. I do hate this team. I'm glad we got them and not the Packers, though. It's a much easier game. I just hope we run into the Vikings in the next round because my best mate is a Vikings fan. And don't you just love knocking your friend's team out of the playoffs again? I can't imagine he'll show his face for the game, though, because he knows they'll get beat, and he fucking hates losing to the Niners and me. Ha! Anyway, thanks for the entertainment over the years. I mainly listen to the pod at work, but on my headphones because you're not safe for work, or when I'm scouring the hills searching for magic mushrooms in autumn. Either way, I have so many memories, and you've made me laugh out loud so many times, it must look bizarre to anyone watching. Keep up the great work, guys. Keep this season of destiny rolling. Big shout out to all the GBP listeners out there, especially, I think he means to say Madison. Yes. Madison would be like a combination of Curran and Matterson. Right? Very good. Anthony Scott, Bob, your friend. He's here to chime in. He says, bring on Seattle. He's got a little audio message for the people. Stand by as I prepare to cook this message here.
Gold-blooded, how are you guys doing? Playoff time, guys, and I am excited. I'm sure you guys are too. This is probably one of the stranger seasons on record just because of all the injuries at quarterback and how Brock Purdy is now playing like a G out there, and we didn't even know who the hell he was before the season. I mean, you guys did. I knew the name, but I never thought he actually could play. But now it's like, all right, we're in the playoffs. Bring on Seattle. You know, watching this Cardinals game, you know, I didn't really understand all the playoff scenarios going in, but they had to play because, you know, they needed to basically win to secure the 2 seed. So, you know, it's not surprising that they didn't take their foot off the gas, but it was still cool to see that, you know, they're not taking anything for granted. They didn't take the opponent for granted. I mean, after that first touchdown that they got to A.J. Green, it's like, okay, this is going to be a game. But, yeah, the Niners, you know, at first it was like, okay, we're looking really good. Purdy's making plays. It could look better. But they just wore him down, and by the end it was, you know, it was a very easy win. So, yeah, I think there was a lot of good takeaways from the game. You know, obviously seeing Debo out there doing his thing. Obviously McCaffrey had a really good game. But they got Mitchell more involved. You know, they were getting him involved in the pass game, too, which I like to see. I love that one play where McCaffrey was on the outside and ran that, like, receiver route. It's like, man, that guy can do everything. But, yeah, now it's playoff time, and I guess this is probably the most optimistic I've ever been going into the playoffs. Like, yeah, did the defense look great against the Raiders? No. Did we look dominant against the Cardinals? At least not early, but we've won 10 in a row, and I just feel like once the playoffs start, like once, you know, we get into a playoff game, the intensity is going to be cranked up to a whole different level, and I just can't wait to see how that defense looks. And look, I don't like to put down opponents, but we're playing those rat bastard Seattle, whatever their names are. Listen, I was watching that game, right? I was watching the Packers Lions game, and my dumb ass didn't realize that the Packers losing meant Seattle got in until like 5 minutes was left in the game. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, I hate both teams. I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I hate Seattle more. it would be hilarious for Seattle not to get in. But then I'm like, well, head-to-head, the last thing I want to play is a Packers team that's actually hot at this point in the season. So I'm happy we got Seattle. That should be a blot. And if we lose to those rat motherfuckers, then you know what? Then we didn't deserve a Super Bowl. But I don't see that in the cards. I just think that the NFC Championship game is a foregone conclusion. I don't see any scenario where that doesn't happen. This team is playing too good right now. Shanahan's coming into his own. And I guess the only thing that could derail this is the football gods step in and say, Brock Purdy's playing too good, and they make him have an atrocious game in the playoffs. But this is the first year where I've gone into the playoffs thinking, I expect us to get to the Super Bowl and win it. Like, this, the first time I've ever said that as a Niners fan, literally because I've never seen the team this confident before. Like, even last year, you know, the playoff run was great, but we got in barely at the end of the season. This is the first time in a while, you know, I wasn't worried about whether we were going to make the playoffs. It kind of coasted, you know, in the last few weeks. We were winning games, obviously, and seeding was important, but we clinched the division a long time ago. So, you know, I prefer that as opposed to the pins and needles that was the end of last regular season. But all I got to say is, let's go. Let's crank it up to another notch, and let's start off by beating those rat bitch Seattle, you know, disease birds. Let's do it.
Bob, what seed were the Niners last year?
Wild card for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, so 4, 5, or 5, 6, or 7. I wonder what it was. See if you could dial me up there. That little bit of ditty.
Sure, I can.
I know you can. I know you're going to use the Google to its maximum potential. Anthony Scott has one more thing to say.
There's one more quick thing I meant to mention. The only negative takeaway from the Cardinal game, a few too many sacks. And, you know, I think Purdy can be a little better at, you know, avoiding the pressure. But it really seems like there's a lot of pressure that comes right up the middle. And so I'm thinking about it. I don't think there's a lot of teams in the NFC that have an elite pass rush. But I feel like Dallas could be a challenge if we end up playing them, simply because of their defense and Parsons and everything. So that's one thing I think the team needs to shore up. But outside of that, I think we're clicking. So let's go.
Thank you, sir, Mr. Anthony Scott. Love a Connecticut Niner fan.
We were the number 6 seed last year, as you asked.
Thank you, Bob. I appreciate the...
We beat the 3, the 1, and lost to the 4.
All right.
Some real bitch-made shit.
Cole M wants to check in, Bob.
Take that back this year, motherfuckers.
Everybody. Bob, do you know what this is? This is the true start of the modern day Destiny.
I was just thinking if we could get
Dynasty.
If we could get someone's ear in that locker room, Season of Destiny is such a ring. Like, they've got to be using that.
We've been on
We get it on shirts.
We've been on it.
Big
for
SOD
so
shirts.
We called this shit like in the preseason.
Season of Destiny. Like, how do they not roll with that?
We said it was our fate in fucking September.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we say that every year.
Well, listen.
To be fair, we say we're going to win the Super Bowl every single year.
Listen.
Since we started. Haven't yet.
Gotta be right sooner or later.
Hello, everyone. It's Cole from Canada checking in again. What else is there really to say here except for the Cardinals are just an absolute trash tier team? And I'm obviously excited for the playoffs, just like everybody else here. It's the season of goddamn destiny. Our first playoff opponent is obviously a very familiar foe to us, and they don't even scare me in the slightest. The fucking shitbirds. I'm sick of seeing their disgustingly ugly uniforms taint our beautiful stadium and our beautiful field. I'm just kind of getting tired of seeing them because we see them so fucking much during the regular season. Almost feels like the CFL in a way, playing the same 3 teams over and over and over and over and over again. That's how the CFL feels. Obviously, I'm kidding because the NFL is way more deep than all that. But I just fucking hate the Seahawks as much as the CFL, if not more. I'm just so hyped to get these goddamn playoffs started. And we're at home. Means so much more. Giddy the fuck up. It's the season of destiny. Let's go, puppy cunts. The Niners are going to outscore the Toots. 38-7. Peace out, faithful.
Thank you, Colt.
Giddy the fuck up. That should be your new catchphrase.
I appreciate the international interaction. I love that shit. All right.
Aaron
Aronson. Quest for 6 begins now. Here we are, you gold-blooded puppy twats. Exactly where we thought we would be when we were 3-4. 10 straight wins to end the season 13-4. And the only reason we don't have that number 1 seed is because Philly had a cake schedule.
No, the reason we don't have that number 1 seed is that fucking Denver game and that fucking Chicago game.
Yes.
Fuck.
Agreed. I'm not going to go over their whole schedule, but they had an easy path to that number 1 seed. If we had that schedule, we might be undefeated. Offensive beast of the week, BCB, 3 touchdown passes.
The Big Cock Brock.
Defensive beast of the week, Gibson, 2 interceptions.
Tayshaun Gippy.
On to the C-Twats, who we own and who have no business playing in this game. Green Bay or Detroit would have been much more formidable opponent. Leave it to the bitch-ass Rams to give Seattle that game in overtime on purpose. Baker Mayfield is a fucking joke. This game won't even be close. 49ers are C-Cunts score prediction. 49ers 41, C-Cunts 11. Keys to victory. Be the Niners and not the C-Cunts. Distribute the ball to our playmakers early and often and score touchdowns instead of field goals. Let the defense thrive with a comfortable lead that whole game. If the 49ers end up winning the Super Bowl, I might just head on down to Lucky Rose Tattoo in Middlebury, Connecticut and get a PC4L tattoo. Your faithful puppy cunter, Aaron, is out really.
I'll tell you right now, that's on the house.
Phenomenal. Yeah, I will put into the kitty.
Steve might be the only one with a gold-blooded tattoo.
He might be.
Not gold-blooded. A lot of people have gold-blooded, but GBP?
GBP.
PC4L is the one.
Yeah, that's definitely... Yeah. Gabriel Sanchez says, fuck the shithawks. Yeah, fuck those guys. And Aaron, too. Who's Aaron?
Aaron.
Who's that?
Probably Rogers.
Let's see what he has to say.
Well, boys, the Cardinals have been dispatched with. It's another year in the books. It's been a wild ride, and it's only about to get wilder. First off, for the regular season, I think that the defensive beast of the year has to be Nick Bosa. Obviously, he's just an absolute monster, and there's no stopping him. And he's the best. But I also wanted to shout out Mooney Ward. What he's come in and done in the secondary is just fantastic, and he's really helped our defense to be more sound across the board. And on the offensive side, I think it's McCaffrey. I don't think that there's too much debate about that. He's just a fucking skeleton key in the hands of Kyle Shanahan. And yeah, he's unlocked the next level and the potential of this offense in a way that we've never seen before. And I feel like Purdy deserves a shout out too, because he's, a rookie and he's stepping in a big way, and it's awesome. So up come the Seahawks. I think the key to this game, the key to victory, is just to not let whatever tricks they come up with work, because they won't have that many of them anyway. And the Niners are just a better team, and we'll be fine. Although, it's a divisional game. Who knows? But I still think it's going to be Niners 35, Seahawks 17.
All right, my man. Thank you. Now, everyone.
The moment you've all been waiting for. That you didn't know you were waiting for.
Yeah, the most important email of the 22, 23. Madison, just checking in. I don't know why part of it's bold and part of it is not, but I'm going to read it all. He says, I'm just sending it as a check-in. If any listener has been wondering what is going on with me and my opinions with the team, please don't expect me to email weekly again.
Tempering those expectations. I like it.
Putting us on a fucking leash. Madison, you want to come back for the playoffs? That's fine. You just want to pop in when you're comfortable? You have carte blanche here. He says, happy 2023. How's it going, Joe? Did the holidays treat you nicely? No, they didn't, Matterson. They were fucked up. How's Rob doing? Bob?
I'm doing great.
He's doing great. Were the holidays nice to you, too?
They were great.
They were great, yes. Curran is busy as usual. Good for him.
That's a slide.
I'm alive and watching the Niners, but when I think about it, the last email I sent was before Jimmy G was injured against the Dolphins. I spent the day in bed with an I spent the day before in bed with an upset stomach, and I was still facing it that day. I got tired laying in bed, and I got up and walked out and saw the game was on. Then I noticed that Purdy was playing. I saw the first touchdown of the game, and I was impressed. He was impressed, Bob. By the way, whenever I try to say Purdy's last name, I want to try to purr like a cat when I say Purdy. But I never do the purr so well. Fuck, Matterson.
That is the perfect nickname for him from you. Purdy.
Yeah,
Purdy.
He started checking off boxes one by one in each game with Tom Brady in the Bucs, Geno Smith in the Seahawks, whoever was starting quarterback for the Washington football team, Carr's replacement in the Raiders, and then the Cards' second backup quarterback to Murray. Number 2 seed is nice, but getting that first round bye in the playoffs would be helpful too. That it would, Matterson, that it would. For a moment there, I thought the NFL would push the games a week later, but they chose to keep on schedule. A player getting a cardiac arrest during a game is scary, but as far as I heard, he is still living and he is talking, so that is positive news. Yes, Matterson, we have heard. He has made a recovery. He may be at the game this week. If he's at the game, that fucking stadium is going to be
it's game over.
Yeah.
It's game over.
They just trot him out there.
If you're the other team, you're like, what the fuck?
Why do they should just put a hologram up of him? They'd have no idea, those idiots.
You think the other team let him score on that kickoff?
If they did, they're bitch made.
Well, it's the Patriots.
Fair enough. All right. Playoffs are starting on Saturday with Geno Smith and the Seahawks coming to California and face Purdy and the Niners for another round. If the Niners need to do that, what they have to do is learn from their mistakes in the last game they played against each other. By the way, I believe the last time the 49ers faced the Seahawks in the playoffs was that NFC Championship game, which I think is a horribly reffed game as I have seen. If any GBP listener remembers that game, please email, or don't if you still want to forget that loss. I am out, really.
Welcome back, Matterson. Thank you for taking the time to email us.
Matterson, we appreciate hearing from you. Always a pleasure. I think that sets the tone for this playoffs. We may not hear from him again until the big game. But
from here on out, every week is touch and go. You may never hear us again.
Yeah.
And maybe the last time you've ever heard from us in the history of all things.
For
many different reasons.
That's right.
Double suicide.
That's a possibility.
Ghosting the podcast completely.
A lawyer might
riding off into the sunset after a victory.
A lawyer might finally get in touch.
At any point, this could be it. So let's all hold hands.
There's a chance you may go to the podcast app on Wednesday and there may be no trace of us ever existing.
Let's all hold hands in a circle and bless this mess. God bless the team that was laid out in front of us. Thank you, Jesus, for allowing us to make it to the playoffs.
Amen.
How many more wins do we need? 4 more?
Four more wins.
4 more wins, Jesus, and we'll all be happy. We'll all be soldiers of Christ.
Whatever you need, dog.
Whatever you need from us. We're here. We're ready.
But it starts this week. And back to basics.
Can't win 4 without winning 1.
If you know a Seahawks fan,
punch him
right in his fucking mouth.
In his stupid mouth.
I don't even know any. But if I find one in traffic, I promise you fucks.
There's one that lives right up the road I can send you to.
It's better if you know them.
I do.
But I don't.
That makes it better to me.
Okay, fair enough.
Maybe you don't know how crime works, but that makes it better to me.
I know, but I'm stupid. I don't give a fuck about jail. If I find one in traffic, I promise to film my crimes and post it somewhere for you people.
One of those Connecticut Pee Wee teams uses it, so be careful. It might just be like their kids.
Yeah, right. Oh. All right. Fuck the Seattle Seahawks.
Fuck them.
We'll talk to you next week.